All right, what's going on out there in the world, man? Welcome back to the Hood Films channel. This your guy, Yusef Hood. I appreciate y'all coming to the channel, checking me out. Today I want to talk to y'all about how are you staying motivated for 2021. Let me know, and I'm going to hit y'all back in 1 second. All right, welcome back to the Hood Films channel. If you've never been over here before, I'm your guy, CEO Yusef Hood. I am in my office space right here. You can see on the green screen that I'm doing some studio work today, and I'm talking to you about staying motivated and how you are staying motivated for 2021. So definitely like and subscribe. Hit the comment buttons and hit this notification button and leave a comment so we can chat, because I definitely hit you back in the chats. I don't mind. So, how are you staying motivated for 2021? That's a good question, because at the end of the day, it's like 30 days have went over so far. So it's like the beginning of February, and it's easy to get discouraged this soon in the year. Right now in Chicago, we're dealing with a massive winter blizzard. It's been a cold snowstorm happening, snow like 6 feet, 6 inches tall. You got almost a foot rather. Kick it out the way. It's been a little journey out there this week. So it's not a lot of hanging out you can do in the streets because of the fact of the weather. It's like the streets are actually cut off a lot of places. The streets, you can't even get down the blocks. Zero parking. So it's a lot of cumbersome stuff. You add that to the pandemic and money issues. It's a lot of ways to get discouraged. So how are you being held, keeping yourself happy or keeping yourself motivated? One way I do it is by constantly working, keeping myself engulfed in my dream job, keep myself engulfed in the thing that I figure is the thing that makes me tick, the thing that keeps me happy. So a lot of times if you're not doing that, then you can get kind of dismayed, or you might get bored or something like that. So I'll constantly keep myself either making videos, editing videos, making my newest one, studying about the next one, so I can always have something to talk about and have something to showcase to the people. So it's by the time you watch this video, I'm on to the next one. I've produced another one behind this one here, because this is something that I had a thought about and I want to talk about it. But as the next time I have another thought, I'm going to work on that one and shoot that one as well and pop it up here for you to see. So as well, that you can almost say that's like working. I'm like constantly working a job. I'm always at work. So I'm never giving myself a chance to say, oh, damn, look where I am in life. Oh, fuck, what if I could have did this? What if my life would have did that? Because you can't bring back the past. You can't make things what you wish they would be. You can only just take things as they are and move on and make your days better. So if you're always working on something that you love, working on something that you care about, working on something that means and matters to you, I don't see how you can get discouraged for 2021. You're going to be motivated because it's your thing. It's what you picked. It's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you care about learning about. And that's going to keep you motivated. Then another way I stay motivated, I guess there's going to be three things. Another way that I stay motivated for 2021 is I try to keep people around me that are positive, that have my best interests. So I literally have shut down 99% of the people who I even communicate with on a daily basis. Not that they are evil or hatred or nothing like that. It's just that bringing in other people's problems into your life will spark up a problem in your life that probably was dormant or didn't even have no relevance. But you're dealing with this in somebody else's situation, and all of a sudden you can concur, or you have some common reality that they going through, and now it's like, yeah, I know what you're dealing with. Oh yeah, I feel you. And it's like, well, damn, should you be feeling this person? Should you be going there? So for instance, and not to diss my little sister, but I want to give a story. She called me about a few weeks back, and she was caught yelling through the phone. I guess her and her boyfriend was going through a fight, and she was, I guess, leaving, trying to be like, I'm leaving, I want to get my stuff before I leave out the house. And then her and the guy, you can hear the guy yelling on the phone and yelling through the phone at her or whatever. They arguing back and forth. They live together. Make a long story short, the guy started getting into, and I don't give a fuck who you call. I don't give a fuck who you call. And I'm sitting on the other end like, who the fuck this nigga talking to? But I had to catch myself and say, you can't get into that thing right there. Because it's easy for you to hear that guy saying that, and then you be like, who the fuck, he talking to me? And now you get involved in that, and that's some shit that had nothing to do with you. You literally sitting at home on a Sunday evening not even thinking about nobody. And if a person calling you, you more naturally thinking it's just a positive conversation, not that it's a tumultuous thing. And so eventually, the guy was yelling, and she, girls, I want my stuff before I leave. I'm getting my thing before I go. And so they arguing over the phone. Eventually, we hung up, me and my sister, and then I didn't speak to her for maybe the next day. I think that was the following day. But the next day, she called my number, and I'm thinking, okay, she got another place to stay. She has dealt with that situation in her past relationship, the relationship she's in with this guy. Maybe she moved. When I pick up the phone, she's like, hey, this me just chilling home cooking dinner. All of the drama has passed. That guy and my sister have not argued. They are not going through an issue the very next day. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. I was ready to load up and go beat the hell out this dude. What the fuck was he talking about on the phone? But can you even do that if hours later they're going to get back together? If hours later they're going to be back in their little midst with each other, and you just going to be that third person who got this attitude issue bringing it to their crib? So I had to make a decision. Do I answer my sister's phone every fucking phone call she has, or do I let her talk to me on a certain time at a certain day? And when she called in that time frame, that's the day that I talk to her. If you call me on a Tuesday, if you call me on a Thursday, that's not the dates that we talk. So I'm not going to talk to you on those days. I'm going to be doing something else. So my point of that is not to diss my sister, but to learn what to allow to come into my life and at what times I'm available for that kind of shit. Otherwise, you'll be ready to rush out the damn door and go fix everything and go handle everything and go be involved in everything, when in a lot of ways, you can't be like that. My father showed us that movie back in the day, The Godfather. I think it was Godfather 1 or 2, when the brother, Sonny, was trying to fight for the sister. The sister was messing with a guy that was domestic. And so the gangsters was like, oh, I know what to do. Get the boyfriend to beat up the sister. The husband to beat up the sister. And then when the husband beat the sister up, the brother is going to come to her rescue. And when he ride this way, we just catch him on the rebound. And we ambush them. And that's what happened in the movie. Which they eventually retaliate. They retaliated on the brother eventually. So I said all that to say that if you don't put yourself in predicaments where it's going to be conducive to you, you can put yourself in conditions where it can be threatening to you and bad for you, even though you might have a good intention. So that's critical to try to remember that. But that little story right there happened to me, and I had to decide what's the best way to play that. I don't diss my sister, hate my sister, but I had to realize that I can't get involved in all your situations. Maybe these situations can be fixed in your own backyard. So the last thing I'm going to say is how to stay motivated for 2021 is to get back to doing things that you love. You probably heard me say that before, because that's one thing that I think is very, very critical. And I almost should have did this 3-2-1, because I feel like this is just like number one. And it's getting back to things that you love to do. Because if you are in 2021, but you're still doing the same stuff that you did last year, or the same mundane things, then you're going to have the same mentality and have the same thought patterns that you had the year before. So in order to do things differently this year, say it's working out, traveling, doing blogs, writing books, maybe you want to get a new car, buy a house, or get your credit right. This is the year to start studying and learning it. And so if you care for these things and it's something that you're interested in, if you get back to what you love, these things will open up as well. So it's something about you or something inside your gut that you love. For me, it's filmmaking. So not only do I love filmmaking, I'm going to talk to you on filmmaking ideas here. I'm going to wear filmmaking clothes. I'm going to do things that align myself up with filmmaking so that I'm also filmmaking 24/7. So even when I'm done with this video, I'm going to edit it. I'm going to put my little two fingers on it, trying to get the right design, because it keeps me going. I started editing in 1996. So I've been doing it every single year all the way up until now, no matter where I am. If it's my new movie, which is available right here on this channel called Kill a Rapper, or one of my older movies, which is 20 years ago, which is on my other channel, Hood Films TV, but you can see it in my playlist right here, New Movies 2021. I'm always keeping myself engulfed in what I love, because that's the thing, that's the key to life to me. So if you are depressed, if you're unhappy, and it could have been 3. I don't know if I said this is 3 as well, but get back to what you love. That is so important, because the little things that you do to try to love to do for yourself. I don't know what you are, and I don't know who you are, but it's something in your world that you dreamt about as a kid. You was like, damn, one day I'm going to be doing that. That's the thing that you should be tapping back into now in 2021 in February after the pandemic or in the midst of the pandemic, because it's a new world. It's a new time. It's a new life. And you have a chance to be somebody who you've never been before. So this is the chance to become that guy or girl and make sure that that dream is accomplished and reached. And you can get motivated right here at Hood Films, because I literally live my dream. I refuse to get jobs. So long ago, I slept in cars. When I went to the Bay Area in 2012 and 2014, remember, 2014 and 2016. When I went to the Bay Area in 2014 and 2016, both times I had to sleep in cars. It didn't change. It didn't get better. It didn't turn out better the next time I went. It was a part of life, and I accepted that, and I said, bet, I came up here to make a fucking film documentary. I don't give a shit how I gotta live, how I gotta be. I'm gonna do it. And then how I left the second time was somebody stole the car that we was living in. They literally, one of our buddies was like, yo, y'all can stay up in his crib. He had a crib up in one of the areas, I think it was called Santa Clarita or something like that, up in the Bay Area and San Jose. And when we got out there to his crib, parked in a parking lot, we went up in his crib. He had no lights, but he was saying we could sleep indoors instead of three of us sleeping in a fucking Honda Civic. And this is real life. Make a long story short, we went up in there, we chilled, we slept overnight, we woke up next day, the damn car was gone. It was fucking gone. And everything was in there, clothes, laptop, because we didn't want to take the shit up in the guy's crib. We wasn't going to be moving in. So we left everything inside the vehicle. Next morning, car gone. So we literally trapped in this area of San Jose in this suburb called Santa Clarita, and it was just what it was. And so how do you maneuver through that? We had to maneuver through it. And then eventually we got past it, but it was still what I loved to do. It was still inside the involvement of filmmaking. And so and how I made it more fun is that I went actually out to the fucking marijuana dispensaries. And not only did we do that, we kicked it with the hip hop world in San Jose, which did it exist? Well, you can see my documentary, and they do. That documentary, I got to put that available again for people. I might try to make that one available right here on my YouTube page. I'm going to track that documentary down, because now I got y'all watching. You might want to check that out. And I got a lot of archive footage from filmmaking over the years that I would definitely unveil right here on this channel if you want to see some of that stuff. Not a problem. So those are the things that I should say to you that could get you back to what you love. Yes, it's going to be tough times. It's going to be rough. It's going to be some ugly days and nights dealing with 2021, dealing with this time frame we're in now. We don't know if the pandemic is going to go away. We don't know what's going to happen within that world of government, but we are all still out here trying to do it. We all works in progress, and we all trying to make things happen for ourselves. So we appreciate you coming to Hood Films channel, checking us out, checking this video out. I'm passionate about motivation and being happy and trying to figure out things that's going to keep you going, because life is a struggle. And if you get knocked down, you might not be able to call on nobody. See, that's the part I'm trying to talk to you about. It might not be a person that you can call on that's motivational or something like that. So you got to find triggers and coping skills to get you to the next phase. And that's critical. So we could probably work on some of that stuff over here at Hood Films channel, because that's important. You can't stay motivated. How you going to make a movie with 40 people and you are depressed and you got something going on in your head? You have to stay depressed so that you're happy, so that you can help these people as they might be going through their situations on the set or dealing with stuff like that. So, and that's important, because you're dealing with so many personalities. My last movie, Kill a Rapper, like 38 actors in that joint. So it's different times when you're dealing with people and they might have to leave early or come home or something might happen in their family. And you still got to be consistent and a leadership position as a creative to make them people come and do their work that they signed up to do and do it effectively. And so that when they leave here, they're not looking at you upside your head like that was a fucked up experience. So all that stuff is critical. So this is my new book. It's called How to Make a Hood Movie. You can go download this. This is my first book ever. So this is how you support Hood Films. You check out this book, or it's on Amazon. You can get the ebook version as well. This is a hard copy. It is literally a collector's item. This is my first book. It's going to tell you the history of Hood Films, how to make a hood movie, how to shoot a hood movie, what to use to shoot a hood movie, all the stuff of that stuff that you can get. And here's the back of it. It says, tell your story. Because you got a story out there and you need to be telling it. And even if you got a cell phone, I tell you how to use the cell phone to tell your story too. So this is my new book. I'm grateful for anybody that's supporting on this, I'm thanking y'all for that. It's going to be a description of it, and it's going to be information in the description about it. So thank y'all for coming to the channel. Check out our clothing line. We got this on Walmart.com. You go to Walmart, you can cop one of the shirts. And I'm grateful for everything y'all do over here, rocking with me, listening to our brand. And we appreciate y'all. So check us out soon and keep rocking with us over here at the Hood Film Channel. Holla.